Well, to the issues of the plot to remove Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, a member of the House of Representatives, Honorable Johnson Agbaonyema, is alleging that some lawmakers are collating signatures to impeach Vice President Yemi Osinbajo. According to him, their actions are secret to the outcome of the House of Representatives Committee on Disaster Preparedness, which indicted the Governor Board of the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, chaired by the Vice President, over what they described as illegal approval of 5.8 billion Northeast Intervention Fund. He, however, pleaded with the lawmakers to sheath their swords and halt the process. Vice President Osinbajo had denied any wrongdoing in the approval when he was acting president in June 2017, explaining that the funds were released to prevent a looming disaster as a result of severe food shortages throughout the Northeast.
Aware that signatures are being collated for the impeachment of the Vice President. The reason is because of the outcome of the NEMA investigation. While commending my colleagues on the discharge of our constitutional duties, I am appealing to them to sheathe their swords. I urge all of us not to hit the polity as election draw nearer. We must shun tendencies and actions that divide us. Our campaign and action must be driven by the issues and policy and not by prebender politics.
Meanwhile, Chairman of the House Committee on Media and Publicity Affairs, Abdulrazak Namdas, has denied the allegation that lawmakers were collating signatures to impeach the Vice President. According to him, there is nothing like impeachment before the House of Representatives. As I speak now, as far as I'm concerned, I speak for the House, and there is nothing like impeachment before the House for consideration. I don't speak for members, I speak for the House, but if there is anything I don't know, at least officially before the House, there is nothing like that. I'm not aware of any impeachment, end of quote. Well, let's go to our major story of the day. There is no doubt that the 2019 elections will produce some surprises. The politicians are strategizing and seeking votes. There are a series of issues raised, from plot to remove Professor Yemi Osinbajo to the campaign speeches of the PDP, of how they think Atiku is a man to rescue Nigeria, and a plea by the APC for Nigerians to trust Buhari and his plans to make life better for Nigerians in the door-to-door campaign. Let's discuss this, everyone. Joining me on the program is the spokesperson of the PDP presidential campaign, Mr. Kasim Afegbua, and a member of the APC, Mr. Oyalowo. Both of them are joining us now from our Abuja studio. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming on the program. From what we have seen, and perhaps let me start with you, Mr. Oyalowo. From what we saw in Sokoto and what we saw again today in Kwara State, it does look like there is a massive following of the PDP in the openings of the campaign. And they did say today that Atiku is the man destined to rescue Nigerians from, quote, the APC's mess. Is your party jittery, afraid of what may come as what the APC says it will be victory for them?
Man to rescue who? We are not in any slavery. We are not in bondage. Nigerians are wise people. Atiku and his PDP cohort knows what they did to Nigeria in the last 16 years. They can go around gallivanting and making all the necessary noise. It is normal. It's a political season. It was clearly that the one who took us here is not the one who will take us out of here. These guys messed up this country. They stole everything they could find in sight. They caused all the commotions that we are finding now today, and then suddenly they want to come back and finish the job that they started. No, Nigerians are not foolish people. It will not happen. It cannot happen. We are not scared of whatever happened. We are not jittery. We're happy. It's a level playing field. Everybody can go around and say all manner of things they want to say. But when the chips are down, Nigerians are discerning people, and we in the APC are not too bothered about whatever they are saying. I mean, we're not bothered at all about whatever they are saying. We're not bothered about the rhetoric. We expect all this kind of rhetoric. But trust me, when Buhari steps out in the next couple of days, you will see, you will know, and you will understand clearly that Nigerians know who truly is for the masses.
All right. If I may quickly butt in here, just a moment, Ayo. It looks so much that we've been on this path before when we hear politicians like yourself say, oh, we don't bother about what is happening or what we are saying. The same thing we heard from the PDP 4 years ago. But lo and behold, APC defeated the PDP last time. It does look like that's the kind of language your party and yourself are using this time around. From what we're seeing right now, do you think that the Muhammadu Buhari and the APC have that kind of steam they had 4 years ago?
We don't only have the kind of steam we had 4 years ago. We are not just going to win the election like we won 4 years ago. The margin will even be much higher than it was. And I can say it unequivocally that Buhari will not just defeat Atiku, he will defeat him even in Adamawa, his home state. And that is clear. So we're not bothered. Seriously, like I said, they have started, they are running around. It's good for everybody to have the opportunity to go and say whatever they want to say. But we know clearly that we have a better product to sell. And Nigerians know that the APC is the party that for the first time has been able to show clearly this is what we have in stock for the poor. We are not just the people. I mean, under the past PDP government, what we had was a system where some people became extremely wealthy to the detriment of the majority. That is why, as at 2013-14, Nigeria was the second country with the highest number of private jets, but we never have a commensurate economy to back it up. So these are challenges that we are clearing. Okay. So Nigerians know clearly that no matter the rhetoric, the PDP themselves came out recently to apologize to Nigerians. But after apologizing, they went to bring back the same people who created their problem. So,
interestingly, Ayo, let me come in. Let's allow Ayo to come back into the conversation now. Ayo, the campaign title, the tag of the campaign of the APC is the next level. So the big question, especially in education, the APC did say that they will remodel 10,000 schools every year and retrain teachers to impart science, technology, engineering, arts, and what have you. For an average Nigerian that is watching today, we heard the campaign of the APC 4 years ago, which it was changed. And this time around, hearing next level, what do you think they might take home that could convince them to vote for the APC?
Well, thank you, Sean. What you would say to Nigerians to convince them is that my friend and brother here talked about gay cows. I mean, he would know about gay. His candidate will be able to tell him more about that. But let me take that away. He talked about the fact that tokenism and education, but he forgot to tell Nigerians that the candidate of the PDP was the one who was building his private university when Nigerian universities were closed under their government because they were stealing all the money that was available. He also talked about the fact that we are doing tokenism and stuff, and we are giving, that we promise this. You see, they are so confused. They have more than 20 people speaking for the same party. Now, that is part of their confusion. Now, that is why he thinks that the APC said they will make $1, 1 naira. Only he saw that in his dream. You see, the truth is, these people will never tell Nigerians that when they took over, dollar was 22 naira to $1 when their government took over. They took us where we are. They can't take us away. Now to talk about next level, because clearly we met a destroyed country that the PDP destroyed. We have been able to create and build a fresh foundation based on very lean resources compared to the money that they stole in 16 years. In 3.5 years, they want to see a paradise. But they forgot that they destroyed and made Nigeria a paradigm of destruction for 16 years. Now, we have been able to do better in 3.5 years, build a foundation. So the next level is to build on what we have started to do, not to bring in the same cabal of people who think only about themselves. who cannot even trust one person to speak for them. They have to have an agglomeration of about 20 people all speaking and saying stuff they cannot defend in reality. Like one of them was talking about 25 billion stolen in NNPC, only for him to be corrected on national TV that there was no money stolen. So these are confused people who were confused. They came into the APC, brought their confusion. Unfortunately, they have carried their confusion together with them to wherever they are. So we're not bothered about them. Nigerians know clearly that the APC has two men at the top who are clearly to be trusted. They are not thieves.
All right.
They don't have antecedent in the US.
Let's bring back Mr.